Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to another video where today I'm going to show you how to rob things in ERLC. If you do enjoy this video or you find it helpful in any way, then please do consider subscribing as it helps out a lot. Anyways, let's begin. So I've been getting a lot of questions about how to rob ATMs, houses, the jewelry store, everything like that. So I thought that I'd just make a quick video on how you can actually rob all of this stuff, so that you can make money really quickly. So the first thing you want to do is you want to head straight over to the tool store, which is near the sheriff's office and the shopping area, like the jewelry store and stuff. If we look on the map here, you can see that it's just here. This is the sheriff's office, this is the shopping area, the hospital, fire stations here, civilian spawn here. So you can just look on your map and look for this area, and you can even show toggles so you can see buildings, and it's this little orange hammer kind of icon there. So once you're here, if you just want to hop out of your vehicle and then head inside and you'll press E on shop tools here, then you want to buy all of these different things. So the RFID disruptor, the lockpick and the drill. You don't need the flashlight, but you can get it if you want. So once you've got that, the first thing you want to do as soon as you've got all your stuff from the tool store is head to one of the houses. Now it doesn't matter what house, but I recommend one of these houses over here because they're really hidden. You get the same amount of money from them, and it's really close to the tool store as well, so it's not much driving. And then when you're here, if you hold out your lockpick in your inventory, walk up to the door and you'll see that it says E, lockpick. And then if you press E, then you'll see all of these different lines. Now each one moves at a different speed and it randomizes every time. So if you're unlucky, then you'll have this end one at the end that is like really fast. And if you are lucky, then you'll have this one at the start that is fast, and then the one at the end that is slow, so then it's easier to do it. So this yellow line in the middle, if you click when like this green thing is on the yellow line, then it will move you on to the next one. So when I'm ready, I'm just going to click like that, and as you can see, it puts it on the yellow line. And now this one's a little bit slower, so it shouldn't be as difficult. This one is about the same speed, but it's smaller, so it's a little bit harder, but should still be fine. This one here is quite slow, but it's a lot. Now this one is really fast, and it's a really small one, so I'm probably going to fail here, but here we go. Yeah, so as you can see, I did just fail there, but that's not an issue because it is quite hard to do those robberies. But that is how you rob the house. So let's move on to the next one, which I believe is the jewelry store. So the jewelry store is at the shopping outlet here, which is again near the tool store. You can see it's this little blue kind of bag icon next to the hospital, all that kind of stuff. Once you're here, if you need to own your drill for this. Now the drill, you have 4 attempts. So as you can see just down here, it says 3 out of 4 attempts left. So that means that once you've used the drill once, if you succeed in the robbery and you get like $1,000 from robbing the jewelry store, then you can still rob the jewelry store 3 more times with like at the exact same time. So and it's the same if you fail it. So if I go and rob this right now, then all you have to do is spam click and keep this black line in the middle of the green. Now the green slowly gets smaller, and you have to keep it like that all the way until the timer is up, which you can see at the bottom here. This is quite easy, it's nothing too difficult. Probably one of the easiest robberies. So as you can see, I just robbed it, got 952, but I still have my drill. So if I get it out, now you can see it says 2 out of 4 attempts left. So you have to wait like 10 seconds. As you can see, you must wait a couple of seconds. But literally, it's only like 10 seconds. And then once you've done that, so my time should be up now. So once you've done that, if you try and drill another one, as you can see, you can have the ability to. And even if you fail it, so I'm just going to fail this one quickly. As you can see, I just failed it, but I still have my drill. But that just takes off one of your attempts. So it's the same if you rob it successfully or you fail it. It takes off one attempt. So you can rob this up to 4 times at once. And you can just quickly go and get another drill and then rob the rest of the cases in here. So it's quite a good way to get money. But every time you do it, the police get alerted. So you might want to do it in a small server where there's not a lot of cops, so you can just constantly keep robbing it all the time. But let's move on to the next one, which is the ATMs. So in ERLC, I believe there are about 7 ATMs. So if I turn on my ATM thing here and turn off buildings, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so there's 7. There's one all the way up here by the farms, which is probably the one that I recommend you rob the most if you're in a big server, because it's quite far away from the main city. There's one over here, which is just next to the police station. There's one pretty much next to that at the power plant. And then there's one right next to the jewelry store near the shopping outlet. And then there's 3 in the city. So there's one right next to the parking garage, just here. And then there's one kind of like in an alleyway in the middle of the city, which is quite a well hidden one. I usually rob that one or the farms one. And then there's this one here, which is near the fire station and civilian spawn. So for this case, I'm going to go and rob this one in an alleyway because it's quite hidden and you might want to know where it is anyway. So if you're at the parking lot just here, when you turn right, you will see that down here there's a little alleyway, and you can just turn down here and you'll see the ATM just there. And this is like right opposite civilian spawn. As you can see, that is where you spawn in when you first join the game. So it is really close to that. So once you're at the ATM that you want to rob, now all of them give about the same amount of money. It's randomized every single time, between $2,500 and about $5,000, I think. That's about how much I normally get. I've never really got more than 5,000 or less than 2,500, I don't think. But anyway, so once you're here, you want to hold out your RFID disruptor. In fact, you don't even have to hold it out, as long as you have your RFID disruptor in your inventory. And if you walk up to the ATM and press E, then you'll see in the bottom right here, it says click to insert RFID disruptor. So as soon as you press this, it's going to start the robbery. So I've clicked it now, and as you can see, it's just brought up all of these numbers. Now the police do not get alerted unless you fail or succeed the robbery, and you have 2 attempts. So as you can see at the top there, I have 60 seconds, which is obviously plenty of time, and it says select code, and it says 9CE. So I have to look on here and find where 9CE is. So as you can see, it's here and it's green, so I can color code it. And then when this like highlighter gets to it, you want to click. So as you can see, I misclicked that one and I didn't get it quite in time, but it is quite hard to do, so it will take you a lot of practices. Every robbery in this game takes a lot of practice, and as you can see, I didn't even get the first one. But you can be just really unlucky with that, because usually if the one you need to click is on like the top of one of the rows, then it's really hard to kind of judge it. But if it's like in the middle or at the bottom, then it is quite a lot easier. It's just randomly generated, so there's nothing you can do to like choose where you want them to be. It just happens randomly, so you have to be a bit lucky. And same with the houses as well. When you rob them, you want to make the first one fastest, but you can't really do that. So you just have to kind of hope that you're lucky, and if you fail, you fail. And another thing I did forget to mention with the house is that you can constantly keep going to buy lockpicks. If you fail the lockpick, then that is fine. The police do not get alerted or anything like that. They only get alerted if you successfully rob the house. So you can go buy more lockpicks, go back to the house, and keep doing that straight after each other until you rob the house, where there's like a 4-minute cooldown, I think it is. But anyway, I hope this video helped you, or you enjoyed it in some way. If you did, please be sure to like and subscribe, as it helps out a lot and will let me know that you guys want to see more tutorials like this. I just want to say thank you so much for 3,000 subscribers. It's absolutely amazing, the support on the channel recently, and it means so much to me, so thank you. Anyways, see you in the next one. Bye!